Strong, soothing vapors help comfort your loved ones for chest, neck, and back. It goes on clear, no mess, just soothing comfort. Try Vicks VapoStick.
Febreze Unstoppables Touch Fabric Spray. Just shake and spray to unlock touch-activated scent technology. Hours or even days later, enjoy bursts of freshness with every touch. For long-lasting freshness, grab Febreze Touch.
What a night, what a night, what a night, what a night. Hey.
We're with Oprah and all the stars taking over Toronto as Harry Styles steps out amid the Don't Worry, Darling drama.
All right, before we go, it's Friday, and that means a new episode of our favorite show, your show,
Yes.
Secret Celebrity Renovation on CBS, and this one is a big one.
Yeah, literally a big one. Big as in Big Diesel. Shaquille O'Neal rolled up his sleeves to give his Uncle Roy a supersized home makeover in Orlando.
Pictures of me in the world.
Wash your head.
Oh, sorry about that.
Goodness.
I can't with him. That did happen, y'all, but the renovation wasn't the only surprise. Uncle Shaq's in the building.
What's up?
Happening now.
A shooting in Uvalde shakes up a community still trying to heal. It also puts the police department back under the microscope. What the police chief has to say.
It's another day of pop-up showers and storms, but will it affect the evening commute? And what about your evening plans? We've got a radar update for you in a bit.
Is homemade baby food better than store-bought? A new study may just answer that question. The news at 5 starts right now. At first at 5, a story that immediately caught the attention of those in Uvalde and beyond, the shooting at Uvalde's Memorial Park yesterday.
And today we have learned the suspects include a 16-year-old whose name has not been released, 17-year-old Donovan Hill, and 18-year-old Brandon Alba, who is currently at a San Antonio area hospital and will be served an arrest warrant when he's released.
The 4-suspect 22-year-old Carlin Valdez. Each of them will be charged with organized criminal activity and 9 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
The 2 victims, 18-year-old Bruce Brown and a 16-year-old, are in stable condition here at San Antonio hospitals.
That shooting, although not connected, sending shockwaves throughout the community, still reeling from the tragedy at Robb Elementary.
Uvalde police first notified the public about that shooting around 5:55 yesterday. The shooting call came in around 5:30. It wasn't until a few hours later that we learned that that was not a public threat.
Yeah, this now raising more concerns on social media about how fast information is shared in a critical incident. It also put the police department in Uvalde back under the microscope. RJ Marquez is there with how police are responding to the criticism.
We spoke with Uvalde Police Chief Daniel Rodriguez about his police department's response to the shooting here at Memorial Park last night and the idea of being as forthcoming as possible to when they respond to any critical incident. Now, Chief Rodriguez told us they are responding to the best of their abilities to any potential threats and incidents and sharing information as it becomes available to the public. We asked him about being accountable and the recent comments his department has received on social media, and he says the key is transparency.
We've been questioned, but I can assure you that we will continue to serve our community and keep them as safe as possible, despite of what any outsiders may go on our media platforms and say.
We also asked the chief about gang activity in Uvalde after the shooting here. Governor Abbott released a statement that says there were 5 gangs operating here in Uvalde.
We are teaming up with DPS, our sheriff's office, local law enforcement constables. If you are a gang member, if you are associated with any gang members, we're going to come for you.
We spoke with several people here today in Uvalde, and many of them did not want to go on camera with us, but they were mostly split about how police have responded to major crimes or critical incidents since the Robb Elementary School shooting. Many said that it will take a lot of time for them to rebuild trust in the department. Reporting in Uvalde, RJ Marquez, KSAT 12 News.
New today at 5, a more than 70-mile chase starting in Medina County ends up just north of downtown San Antonio. According to police, the driver was wanted in Dilley for armed robbery. After that robbery, he reportedly jumped into the van that you just saw. It was stolen. Police in Dilley started chasing him across county lines. When they got to San Antonio, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office and SAPD called in to help. The driver eventually crashed into another car in the 1400 block of Ashby. No one hurt in the wreck. The man was taken into custody. He will face 3 charges: aggravated robbery, theft of a vehicle, and vehicle pursuit.
A home invasion on the city's west side turns deadly overnight. Now police are on the hunt for multiple suspects in this case. This happened just before midnight in the 2500 block of Westward Drive. That's not far from Joint Base San Antonio Lackland near Highway 90. Police say a man was visiting a friend's apartment when there was a knock at the door. That's when 4 people armed with guns pushed their way inside. According to police, the victim fought one of the men over a gun and was shot multiple times. He died on the way to a hospital. Neighbors heard the struggle, and they tell us, unfortunately, trouble like this isn't uncommon in that area.
You hear shootings behind apartments, behind, everywhere, all the time, every day. I've been here since 2015.
Gonzalez says he will feel some relief when the people responsible for this are caught. So far, no word on any arrests. San Antonio police also searching for a driver who sent a woman to the hospital overnight. Police and EMS were called to South General McMullen near Weir Avenue around 2 this morning. That's where they found the woman had been hit by a car, but that car was nowhere in sight. She told police she was crossing the street when she was hit by someone driving a blue car. She said they pulled over for a moment in a nearby parking lot, but drove off before checking on her or calling for help. The woman was taken to University Hospital. No word on how she's doing. The driver, if found, could be charged with failure to stop and render aid.
The firefighters had their hands full overnight battling 2 different fires on the west side. The first one happened around 2:30 in the 7400 block of Pipers Creek, not far from Calaber Road and Loop 410. 3 people living in the home woke up in a panic. They heard a crash in a room where a candle was burning. Then the room and the hallways quickly filled up with black smoke. Everyone able to get out, but unfortunately, they could not save the family dog. When crews arrived, they found flames from the roof. They were able to put out the fire, but not before it caused at least $40,000 worth of damage. The second fire happened in the 1000 block of North Zarzamora. Firefighters say the house was abandoned, but it looked like it was actually occupied by some squatters. They say the garbage inside and the boarded up windows might have helped fuel the fire. By the time crews arrived and put out the flames, that building completely destroyed. Firefighters say several cars in the lot next door were also damaged by this fire.
For the first time in 70 years, a man is sitting on the British throne.
Today, King Charles III delivering his first official address as Britain's new monarch.
ABC's Faith Abube is in London with how he and his country are honoring Queen Elizabeth II.
Tonight, solemn gun salute and growing tributes outside Buckingham Palace, marking the official start of 10 days of mourning for Queen Elizabeth II. A massive cheering crowd welcoming the late Queen's grieving son back to London Friday to begin his reign as the new monarch. Inside St. Paul's Cathedral, thousands honoring the late Queen's memory, while also looking forward to the future, singing the latest rendition of the national anthem, God Save the King. By sunset, King Charles III, in a recorded message, delivering his first official public address after meeting with Britain's new Prime Minister, Liz Truss.
As the Queen herself did with such unswerving devotion, I too now solemnly pledge myself, throughout the remaining time God grants me, to uphold the constitutional principles at the heart of our nation.
The king has been waiting in his mother's shadow for 70 years for this moment. He was just 3 years old when he became the heir apparent to the British throne. As age began taking a toll on the Queen, Charles took on more responsibilities. In a single year, attending 530 engagements on her behalf.
He'll be the best prepared monarch we've ever had, having served so long sort of tutelage under his mother.
And Charles will officially be proclaimed king tomorrow at an event. And then after 10 days of mourning, Queen Elizabeth's funeral is expected to be held at Westminster Abbey. In London, Faith Abube, ABC News.
Closer to home, the back and forth continues in the FBI's criminal investigation against former President Donald Trump. Prosecutors are now looking to appeal a federal judge's pause on the investigation. The Department of Justice says an ongoing delay in the investigation risks, quote, irreparable harm to our national security and intelligence interests. The DOJ also planning to appeal the judge's decision to grant a new special master to review documents seized from Trump's Mar-a-Lago home. Right now, both parties are facing a deadline today to name a special master candidate. Trump's legal team also has until Monday to respond to the request to continue the investigation.
New at 5, the mayor of Washington, D.C. today declaring a state of emergency as more migrants from Texas show up at the nation's capital. Mayor Muriel Bowser has been locked in a public feud with Governor Greg Abbott over his policy of busing migrants to other cities. The first buses arrived in D.C. in April, and since then, the governor has sent over 7,900 migrants to the nation's capital. The mayor of D.C. says this emergency declaration will free up to $10 million for offices that can help coordinate these arrivals.
Check out TransGuide right now on this Friday. 92 degrees out there, but this is I-37 at Hackberry on the east side of town, and you can see the exit off of I-37. Slow going, but no major traffic tie-ups to tell you about.
And we've got some pop-up showers and storms there. You saw on TransGuide, not a lot of rain here around San Antonio, but we are seeing a little bit of rain as you get down towards Pearsall. Some lightning strikes there. We've also seen a couple of pop-up storms up around the Bernie area north into Kendall County. We'll see a few more of these with some colliding outflow boundaries throughout the rest of this evening. But again, right around San Antonio at this hour, rush hour, looks good. Not much out there. Temperatures, as we look at some of the weather watchers, 89 there in Lakey, 87 in Del Rio. And looking at 92 Boulevardy, 92 in New Braunfels, 93 right now in Lavernia, 77 over there in Mico. We're going to take a look at the weekend forecast. It does include some drier air. We've got some comfortable mornings on the way. More on that in just a bit.
That sounds good. Thank you, Justin. When it comes to baby food, is homemade safer than store-bought? Not really, according to a group that tested several foods for toxic metals. Not exactly what some moms and dads want to hear. So 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz has some ways to minimize exposure.
Alondra Alberti makes her own baby food for her daughter Rain.
I worry about what's in store baby food all the time because I just don't know what to trust, what's in the soil where that product is being raised.
But homemade might pose the same problems as store-bought, according to a new report from Healthy Babies Bright Futures.
When it comes to detectable levels of heavy metals, the report found that homemade baby food is no safer than store-bought.
Those heavy metals include lead, arsenic, cadmium, and mercury. The biggest offender, food made from rice, like rice puffs and rice cereals.
While heavy metals naturally exist in the environment, most metals in food come from farming practices or industrial pollution. And certain ingredients like rice or spinach are more likely to absorb certain metals.
Children's exposure to heavy metals has been linked to behavioral issues, lower IQs, and ADHD. The FDA has announced plans to limit metals in certain foods. Until then, experts say the best thing parents can do is offer a variety of foods, like Alondra does.
She loves sweet potato, so what I do is that I mix sweet potato with a little bit of raspberries.
Consumer Report says focus on foods that tend to have lower levels of heavy metals, like bananas, oranges, eggs, and meats. Eat fresh or frozen instead of canned. Replace infant rice cereal with infant oatmeal. Peel sweet potatoes and carrots, and offer water instead of fruit juices. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
My upbringing in the West Side has also inspired my own art.
A local artist returning to his roots. Coming up, how he's breathing new life into the city's most historic district.
Plus, a facility helping veterans gets an upgrade. What they plan to do with the new space. Next. Coming up tonight at 6, a suspect wanted for multiple car thefts didn't get far. How police were able to catch up with him.
And a threat at a New Braunfels high school sends law enforcement into action. It was a false alarm, but Alyssa Cole caught up with responding crews to see if this is the new normal.
Plus, with school back in session, students, of course, being exposed to more germs. Coming up at 6, ways you can boost your child's immunity to keep them healthy and happy in the classroom.
A new public art piece unveiled today, and the creator says it's more than just a photo op. The Legacy at Allison is bringing new life to a historic housing district, providing luxury, affordable housing to the city's west side. Now, inside the modern new development, a mural paying homage to the neighborhood's culture. The artist Rubio says including art in this project is crucial to the identity of the west side.
The cultural arts is alive and well here in the West Side, and I feel that new development in the West Side will bring these organizations to continue to serve our community here, our youth that are waiting to be inspired.
That artist Rubio serves the community. He works with local art students on projects throughout the West Side.
It's another step forward in accomplishing their mission. A local center helping veterans is growing in space and services. The San Antonio Northwest Vet Center serves thousands of veterans, active duty service members, and their families in the San Antonio area and beyond. More recently, they initiated their mobile unit to take their services to Uvalde. Now they're hoping their new building expansion will help touch even more lives.
We also have many different recreation activities that we provide here. We have an arts and crafts group. We've got some walking groups. We've got a guitar group where one of our therapists teaches veterans how to play guitars.
They've added more office and group room space to their building, making way for more activities like yoga, music therapy. You can learn more of the services they offer on KSAT.com. Just look for this story.
Sky 12 right now live over the AT&T Center. We had Bad Bunny at the Dome earlier this week. We've got Pitbull tonight at the AT&T Center.
San Antonio's rocking.
We're musical mecca, Justin Horn.
I'd say so. There's a lot going on this weekend. You know what? I think the weather's going to be pretty nice. A little on the warm side as we get into the afternoons. Today was pretty warm, but we had some cooling showers in spots, and that was great. We got some good rain right around Medina Lake a little bit earlier, so we're talking about rainfall maybe close to an inch in some cases there. But these pop-ups, they generally don't last that long. They will put down some lightning strikes. We have to keep a close eye on them when it comes to Friday night football. Let's look a little closer here at San Antonio. A couple of outflow boundaries colliding here, so this is generating some activities. Get up here into Kendall County and also Comal County, seeing a little pop-up there. No lightning strikes with that, though, at least not at the moment. And then as you get down into Medina County, a little heavier downpour there, south and west of Hondo, also around Pearsall, seen a few showers. That had some lightning strikes with it earlier. That has since weakened just a little bit. And I did want to show you the rain that we saw at Medina Lake earlier. Now, it's not going to fill the lake back up. We still have a long way to go. But it was nice to see some of that rain falling right over the lake earlier this afternoon. And there are some estimates when you're looking at the radar here of up close to an inch of rain. So that's not bad. Right over the lake, right on the county border there. And we saw some good downpours around the Helotes area earlier, too. Let's look at the time lapse. So we had clear skies this morning, and then those clouds arrived by the afternoon right on cue, and then they bubbled up into some showers and storms. Right now, 92 degrees, west-southwesterly winds at about 10 miles per hour. We didn't get anywhere close to 100 today. We're still stuck at 58 100-degree days, if you were curious. I don't think we get there. I mean, it's going to be really tough. As you look at the averages here, and by the way, we're just 1 day short, 100-degree days short of reaching that record set back in 2009, at least tying it. Our average last 100-degree day is August 26th. We've already passed that. The latest we've ever seen is September 28th. So we still have some time to get there. I just don't see it in the 7-day forecast, us getting up to 100 degrees. And that's not a bad thing. I think we're okay not setting that record. There's a satellite picture. You see some of those showers and storms once again. Temperatures have made their way into the 90s. It was, again, still a hot afternoon. 94 at Randolph, 94 New Braunfels, 93 in Seguin, 91 right now Pleasanton. Some rain cooled air as you get into the hill country, and there are heat indices. 97, that's what it feels like right now. It's Stetson, 97 in New Braunfels, and it'll be a similar scene coming up tomorrow. We've got an area of low pressure off to our east. Still some dry air on the backside of it, but not enough to keep those storms out of the picture. And with a weak boundary in place, still some disturbances rolling around. I think we'll still get another shot at some isolated showers and storms tomorrow. Rain chances are in that 10% range, much like what we saw today. So by the time we get into the afternoon hours, just be those random pop-ups here and there. Tomorrow's probably the last day, though, that we'll see that. Sunday looks a little bit drier. The football forecast tonight, again, we'll have to watch for a storm here or there. Otherwise, 91 kickoff, 85 by halftime, still pretty warm. And the KSAT 12-hour forecast to 85 9 o'clock. We're down to 80 by 11 p.m. And then we fall into the 70s by tomorrow morning. Not a bad start, but I've got some good news beyond that because we're watching a frontal boundary. Now, this isn't going to bring us rain. It's not going to bring a big cool down, but it does take some of the humidity with it. So by Sunday morning, we're still looking at dew points in the mid-60s, which is muggy. But by Sunday evening, here comes the drier air. We see dew points fall into the 50s. And by Monday morning, we'll have dew points in the mid-50s, which means we could see lows in the 60s. That sounds great. 95 tomorrow, 96 Monday. We'll call for 70 here in town, but 60s in the outlying areas. 96 Tuesday, 94 Wednesday. We will add in some small rain chances Thursday and Friday of next week.
I love that we have a football forecast to talk about.
It's nice, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Thanks, Justin.
All right, so a couple weeks ago, Greg Simmons got inducted into the SAISD Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Now he's in Springfield, Massachusetts to see Manu get inducted. I wonder if they have they're going to show each other their plaques. Is there some sort of Hall of Fame club that, you guys hang out in?
We need the jackets. Right?
Yeah, do you have your jackets you're going to compare?
The jackets. We're actually located at the Mohegan Sun Casino. It's about 40 minutes from the actual hall. It's located in Connecticut. The Hall of Fame's located in Massachusetts. So we've been doing some traveling today. When we come back, the reason why Manu holds his first press conference here in this area before his call to the hall tomorrow. And I hear what he has to say before that enshrinement. And also it's number 1 against number 5 in big game coverage coming up. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome live to Mohegan Sun here in Connecticut as we're following the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame enshrinement weekend, including the induction of Manu Ginobili. Now, fans from all over, including San Antonio, have made the trip to Connecticut and also Massachusetts, where the actual induction ceremony will be held. But first today, a press conference for all the inductees, including Manu, where we got to find out what was going through his mind, the 4-time NBA champion, before the historic moment tomorrow. More specifically, why did Manu choose Tim as his presenter?
David could have been another option, but I played only 1 year. I thought David was the right man for Tim and Tim for me. So it was a no-brainer. I mean, I owe TD big time. I mean, there's no Hall of Fame talk if TD is not on my team. we know that. So it was due. I mean, it was the right thing to do.
Also, as a part of the class of 2022 is former Spurs player George Karl, who's going in this weekend as a coach. You'll hear from him tonight on the Night Beats. Besides Manu, this Friday night brings us Week 3 of the big game coverage. Here's a look at some of the matches we'll be covering tonight in Week 3 of BGC. It starts with our big game, and our big game coverage, of course, number 5, Harlan, going up against number 2, Brennan. Elster McCarthy against Veterans Memorial at Rutledge. Vista Ridge against Clemens over at Linhoff. Lee and Roosevelt at Comalander. How about Madison Churchill over Heroes? Canyon Lake and Bernie Champion up in Bernie. Jan O'Connor at Ferris. Harlandale, Lanier, SAISD. Edison. You got it right there against McCullum. That'll be Harlandale Memorial Stadium, Bandera and Kennedy, Edgewood Veterans Stadium, 7 p.m. Laredo Cigaroa, South Sam Bobcat Stadium, 7 p.m. And Austin St. Michael's against Central Catholic, Bob Benson as well, tonight at 7 p.m. And don't forget our big game coverage road trip tonight, where Andrew Seeley and photographer Eddie Latigo will start in D'Hanis, where the Cowboys will be hosting Junction. Then it's on to Hondo, where the Owls will try and hold off Bracken. And finally, pulling into Castro, catch Medina Valley and Southwest Legacy. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, BGC app, and also at KSAT.com for all the games tonight. Then on the Night Beat for all the highlights and final scores. And, of course, more Manu at 6. Live from Connecticut, Greg Simmons, KSAT 12 Sports. More news after this.
That is all our time. Thanks so much for watching the News at 5.
World News up next. We'll see you right back here at 6.